It won't, because it will end up being doctors who have little to no knowledge of how vitamins and minerals actually work. And I've read the statistic and I didn't actually believe it until I spoke to a trainee doctor who told me that their nutritional training for the whole 5 years, and going up into 7 years that a doctor is trained for, they spend a week and all they learn about is vitamins. She said that I'm not going to be learning it. There's not going to be anything else that we learn about nutrition now. And they're going to be the ones that are responsible for prescribing nutritional supplements for us, to the members of the public. So that right for us to use Mother Nature to heal us will literally be taken away. Basically, if you, for the last, like I said, for the last at least 10 years, there have been a number of petitions that have been circulating to basically put a stop to Codex Alimentarius. Even, as far as David Icke. David Icke has if you go to davidicke.com, there's a Codex Alimentarius e-petition that he's put on his website. I believe naturalmatters.net. I think they have one on there as well. There's another petition on wholetruthcoalition.org. And those are just three that I know of. There's another metabolic typing advisor who's based in England. I think it might be Justin Smith. He's been sending out a Codex Alimentarius petition on his website as well. There's even, if you go to, I think there's a site called thepetitionsite.com also, and there's also a Codex Alimentarius petition on there. Now the thing is, even though they supposedly do have a stranglehold, the more noise the members of the public make about this situation, the more we force them to look at the way the public feels about it, the more likely it is that not all the countries will accept it. At the moment, not all of the Western countries have signed up to it. Like you said, the third world countries, they've already been bought. They're there hook, line, and sinker. They don't even have an opinion, even if they wanted to, unfortunately. But there is still hope. There is still hope because it hasn't all gone through. And as much as they do make it seem like there's nothing that can be done, believe me, people, when I tell you that you are not, the government they don't really have you, they don't really control you as much as you may think they do. You do have, you can make a difference. You absolutely can make a difference. And the easiest way for you to make a difference is to go seek out one of those petitions and go ahead and sign it. Make as much noise as you possibly can about Codex Alimentarius to everyone. Your local MP, if you're in the UK, send letters to good old Obama, send letters to all the Senate, as many as you can, just to let them know that actually we don't want this. We actually don't want this. And there will come a point where we have to listen. They have to listen. There's a documentary called Food Inc., and I haven't had the pleasure of watching all of it, but the small part that I did watch, they make it was just one sentence, but it made so much sense. Every time you go to the till, every time you go to the cash register with your basket of shopping, you're telling the government what it is that you want. You vote with your dollars, you vote with your pounds. So if you continue to buy inorganic food that's been radiated, poultry that has been, battery chickens and, meat that has been shot up with hundreds of chemicals, the more you support those industries, the less, and then you turn around and say you want a better world, you want a healthier world. Those two actions aren't correlating. You support the local farmers, you give them more power. You support the dangerous corporations, you give them more power. So when you decide you want to make a stand in the right direction. There is so much more that we can do, and a lot of us aren't doing it because for the most part, we're probably thinking, oh, the battle's already, lost. They're going to take over anyway. And that's absolutely not the case. Okay. So BSY is the British School of Yoga, and they're quite recognized learning institute over here. And it was through them that I first learned about got my qualifications in herbal medicine, iridology, holistic diagnostic techniques, and nutritional therapy. Then later on, I received my level one in certified as a certified metabolic typing advisor, which is the CMTA qualification. That's a certified metabolic typing advisor. Yeah. So basically, I'm as a certified metabolic typing advisor, I can help someone to find out what their metabolic type is, which is basically the way that their body uses food. And once I've found that out, then I can put together a diet plan and lifestyle recommendations that will best suit someone's actual biochemical makeup, as opposed to just a one size fits all diet plan, which never works, basically. That stands for the iridology. So I also learned about Iridology, that's right. So the study of the iris. So um in my previous life when I was doing that, I don't practice that so much now, but when I was studying it and using it on clients, I was able to look into the iris and just kind of get an overall snapshot of the condition of the internal organs in the body. Basically, it will tell you if there are weaknesses in the organs, if there's congestion, if there's imbalances in different systems and areas, if there are hereditary problems you need to look out for, if there are things that are just quite transient or things that are possibly about to erupt. You can kind of get a very good snapshot of the general state of health of someone's body right at that moment. So if someone, if one day you see someone and their eye looks quite clear, the next day they break their arm, that will show up in their iris. The arm segment or the bone segment in their iris will show markings or holes or indentations that will show that there's something that's wrong there. Oh gosh, no. Worldwide, you can find iridologists worldwide. And yeah, the if you find one that is able to take pictures, some of them are more advanced in their skills than others, but if you can find one that is quite highly trained, they'll be able to take an extremely detailed picture of your iris. So they'll be able to show you on the picture, okay, this is what this hole means, that's what this marking means. The blue vein that's going down your sclera means that you might possibly have hemorrhoids or develop hemorrhoids because there's congestion there, and etc. etc. So it's definitely an excellent diagnostic tool that complementary therapists can use, or you can go to them because a lot of iridologists will also have some kind of knowledge of nutrition. So once they've told you what's going on in their body, a lot of them will be able to help you out as well. If I'm asked, I will do it definitely. I don't think the last one I did was about a year and a half ago. But basically, a lot of organizations who run workshops for children, because there is such a big push in the UK. There is such a big push for children to improve their knowledge of health. What I do is I basically I get asked to run workshops where I teach children about different fruits and vegetables and what they do, and a lot of parents just probably because of upbringing and just it not being commonly known, don't always encourage raw food in their children's lifestyle. So a smoothie workshop is just the perfect way to introduce children to raw food, because you can add anything: spinach, kale, cucumbers, lettuce, to sweeter fruits like oranges and bananas and strawberries, and you can create wonderful smoothies that children enjoy, that are easy for children to make with their parents, and that kind of introduce different ways of getting raw food and natural food into a child's body. It is. Oh, yeah, definitely. Do you know what's the most interesting thing actually is watching parents' reactions when they see their child drinking raw spinach and mango smoothies? Because they'll come up, so many parents